So hey there everyone, back again with another video, and in this video we're gonna talk about Flutter. So recently I just received a message from one of my subscriber on YouTube that how he should start in Flutter, okay, or how he should master Flutter, okay. And this is a question that is most common in all the beginners of Flutter, that where they can start. So this is video dedicated only to the beginners that are starting Flutter, okay. If you are an intermediate developer, then you can just skip this video, or if you're advanced, then you can definitely skip this video. So we know that Flutter is a UI toolkit that can help us to develop iOS app plus Android apps plus websites and the desktop apps using a single code base. As the desktop and web part is unstable, I know that, but still you can make that. So, and one thing, all the thing that I'll be talking about will be dependent on my experience that I have faced and what I have done to come so far becoming a Flutter developer. So first thing is that you should learn Dart. You should master Dart. And if you can't master Dart, you can just learn the basic functionality of Dart, that how Dart works, all the basic things, constructor, collections, and all the stuff, how to use them, how to create a model class and other thing. Because we know that in Flutter we code in Dart. So if you don't know Dart, or I should say if you don't know much about Dart, then you will face some of the problem in making a good app in terms of code. You can directly uh, learn from any of the tutorials. You can code from any of the uh, blogs on internet. You can just take their code and use them, but Dart will definitely help you to understand that code much better. If you know Dart very well, then you will definitely improve that code by reducing the lines of code, number of lines of code, and the complexity also, okay. The second thing that I will talk about is Flutter documentation. I know that all the official documentation are little bit tough to understand, but as I have gone through so much of documentation related to many other languages, I have come across that Flutter documentation is the easiest documentation that you can read, okay. There is tremendous amount of knowledge related to widgets, layouts, other things. If you are an Android developer, then you can definitely check out how you can relate the Android part with the Flutter, okay. As we all know that in Flutter everything is widget, okay. So just go over there before asking someone else, or before going to the YouTube to search anything of how this works or how that works. Firstly, go to Flutter documentation, read the docs, try to understand that and try to implement that thing. And after that, if you are unable to do that, just go to YouTube or go to any other blog that can help you, okay. This will do one thing, is that it is will help you to improve your knowledge related to Flutter. By reading the documentation, you will definitely learn many other things that video can't tell you. We know that a particular widget has many of the attributes assigned to it. Like if I talk about the text field, then most of us know that the text field, for extracting data we use controller. But other than controller, there are many other things also, many other attributes like keys, focus nodes, and other things, okay. So try to read that. After that, what I will suggest you is that start with the UI part, okay. take a simple UI, mobile UI from any of the sites like Dribble or Pinterest or any of the site that you like. Just go over there, take a simple UI, try to replicate that in your code. Okay, this will help you, definitely help you. You can just make the WhatsApp UI clone. Okay, this is the thing that I have started with. I have started the Flutter, WhatsApp UI with Flutter. Only the tabs, control tabs, and the list view. The other thing that I will say that for a good practice, don't use hard coded numbers. Okay, that let a container be 400, 300. Don't do that. Try to make it responsive for other platforms also, or you can say other mobiles also. If I have a application, and if I want to see that application in my tablet, and I have hard coded the width of any of the thing, then it will definitely look different in that screen and in my screen. So try to use media query. Most of the people don't use media query. Try to use that. That will definitely help you. That will definitely help you to make your app responsive. If you are from an Android field, then you will know that there is a layout called coordinate layout. Yeah, coordinate layout. So that will definitely, you can say that layout will be similar to the layout that you will make using media query. Okay, third thing, yeah, I'm looking down because I have written down all my things in my diary. Okay, the other thing is that try to use safe area. Most of the people don't use, they just start with the app in material app, they just go and start doing with the scaffold. Scaffold is not a bad thing, but the safe area is that if you have a phone of notch, okay, and if you don't use any of the safe area, then it will extend above that area. Okay, and it will definitely not look good, because your app will be shown on the area where the notifications are shown. So try to use that. Try to use expandables. Most people don't use expandable, and they use only in the point where they have to, because, like, for example, if you are trying to implement a list view inside a column, you have started with the column, and inside which you just type a list view, it will definitely show error. But if you wrap that list view in an expandable, it will not show you it, your code will be executed correctly. Okay, and after that, I will say that just try to make clones of app that you use. Just make for yourself. Okay, like, try to make something like WhatsApp, fully functional WhatsApp, or a fully functional chat app. There are many of the database. Firebase provides real-time database, but I will suggest you that try to use WebSockets. WebSocket will definitely help you to transmit data in real time. So try to use WebSocket. Try to use your database, MySQL, MongoDB, the thing you like. It will definitely help you. Okay, try to make clones of WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat. Okay, that will definitely help you in mastering Flutter. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. If you like this video, just give it a thumbs up, because I just bring videos related to Flutter every 2-3 weeks. Okay, And yeah, I am currently making a Instagram clone app. Okay, and it will be a fully functional Instagram clone app, rather than except the chat part. I will not include the chat part. I will make another tutorial series for the chat part that will definitely include the WebSocket, how to use WebSocket in Flutter, and how to chat with a person. I will not. The thing related to chat app will be discussed in the later videos. Okay, I think the top points that I have told you are enough for a beginner to start. Okay, and yeah, guys, if you are new to this channel, just subscribe the button channel and follow us on Instagram. On Instagram, I am running a series of Vue.js, Flutter, and just recently started the series of machine learning. So you can follow me over there. The link of the Instagram channel will be in the description below. It's my code cave. Okay, and yeah, that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.